Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my September reading wrap up. I really wanted to post this earlier, but I was super busy this week with school and I literally had like no time to sit down and film, nor would I have had time to edit. So I am sorry that this is a week later basically from my last video, because normally I do get my reading wrap ups posted pretty quickly after my TBRs, but unfortunately that did not happen this time, so I'm sorry. But I read 3 books this month, so I know it's not as exciting as previous months where I've read more, but obviously I am back in school, so these will be smaller than they were during the summertime. I would say 3 is probably pretty average for me. Some months, possibly November and December might be higher just because of fall break and winter break, but yeah. So I'm sorry guys, it's not going to be as exciting. I'm not going to have as many books to talk about, but that hopefully will mean that this video might be quicker. So, because I know some of my videos are really long, and I do apologize for those, but I can't help it. Sometimes I get talking and I just don't stop. So, but that is what today's video is. So let's get into the books that I read this month. Okay, so the first book that I read this month was Wildfire by Hannah Grace. So I got sent an arc of this, which most of you probably know, but if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I did talk about the fact that I got an arc. But this book is now currently out for everybody else to buy. It came out on October 3rd, so I'm sure most of you who want to read this book probably already know that. But if you don't and you are interested in this book, I would say pick it up. Basically, this book is about Aurora and Russ, and Russ, okay, so I remember when Icebreaker, because that's the first book in this series, came out, a lot of people thought it was gonna be a hockey romance series about all the hockey players and stuff like that, but the author kind of changed it and made it more about the friend group, and it is a college romance series. So he is a hockey player, but it's not really about that. Basically this is about, it's summertime and he goes to work at the summer camp, and this girl is also working at the summer camp. But let me just make sure this is on the back. Okay, yeah. So they have a one-night stand before they both go to the summer camp, and so they have the one-night stand, then they go to the summer camp and they're like, what are you doing here? You are not supposed to be here. And that's kind of how the romance starts. And I feel like I haven't really read a lot of one night stands for lovers. And that's not really the trope, but I haven't really seen anything like that before, and so I thought that was cool. But then I also really liked the fact that it was set in a summer camp, because I feel like I also haven't read romances that are like that. And I won't lie, I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't really know if I'll like that. I feel like that'll be kind of boring, but I feel like they did a really good job. I feel like Hannah Grace she knows what she's doing, and she writes really well. I originally rated this a 4.75 when I first read it and finished it, because I was like, oh, I don't know if I really have that 5-star feeling. I kind of do, but I'm kind of I'm not 100% sure, and so I feel like that means it can't be a 5-star. But then literally for weeks I could not stop thinking about it, so I changed it to a 5 stars, because again, maybe sometimes I don't get the 5-star feeling immediately, but if I can't stop thinking about the book and I want to read it and I want to talk about it, so I feel like the fact that the first arc I was ever sent was a 5-star was just so amazing to me, and I hold this book really close to my heart. I love it so much. I cannot wait for the next book in the series. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything big. No, I mean, there's a they're not supposed to date rule in the summer camp, so that also kind of adds to a forbiddenness type thing. I know it looks super cute and cartoony from the front. It's like Icebreaker, it's not just sweet and cute inside, so that's all I will say. This is a adult romance, so if you are not into reading adult romances with spice, I would not read this. Or if you do like romance but you're not really into spice, I would say I've seen so many on TikTok, you can look up a video on TikTok to see all of the chapters that have spice in it, and you can just skip those parts, because the book is still really good even without that. So first book of the month, 5 stars, Wildfire by Hannah Grace. So good. Go get your copies at Barnes & Noble or Amazon or Target or wherever the heck you buy books, because this book is so good. I 110% recommend it. Okay, so the next book that I read in September was Thrive by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So this is the next book that I had to read in the Addicted Callaway Sister series. And if you did watch my October TBR, you saw that I had Addicted After All on my TBR for October. So I'm assuming some of you maybe caught on to that and were like, okay, she read Thrive. And I did. I rated it a 4.5 stars. I'm not going to go too deep into the like storyline like I kind of did with the last book, just because it's in the middle of a series and it's not interconnected standalones, like it is a series. But it was so good. I mean, it wasn't a 5 stars, and I will be honest, none of the books have been a 5 star yet, but like collectively, like the story is a 5 star. Like Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower are both 4.75, but I would almost differ that they were 5. Like, I just feel like I'm being really picky about it because I had such high hopes going into the series. But I mean, generally, I'm loving the series. Like, I don't want to put it down. I want to keep reading. So I am really excited to hopefully get to Addicted After All this month. Thrive, I won't lie, it was a little boring at times, only because I read Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower, and Thrive is basically those 2 books, but in Lily and Lo's perspective instead of Daisy and Reich and Rose and Connor's perspective. So it was kind of like, I've already read this, like, so it felt a little pointless at times, but then there were other times where I was really enjoying reading it from Lily and Lo's perspective. So I don't know, I was kind of conflicted with that, and so that's why I got a 4.5 and not a 4.75. But it was still really, really good, and like the whole series, again, like I recommend it, and I haven't even finished it. Like, it's just so good. Also, Krista and Becca Ritchie have a new book coming out. I think it's called Dishonestly Yours. I'll put it up in the corner. If it's not, this will be really embarrassing that I just totally came up with an incorrect name, but I think that's what it's called. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like July of next year? No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it comes out in 2024, and I want to say it was a J month. Like, I saw it said July, but maybe not. I don't know. But I am super excited about that because it's not related to the Addicted Callaway Sister series. It's like a whole new series. And I know that like once you finish the Addicted Callaway Sister series, a lot of times people like they read the Bad Rep duet and then people go into the Like Us series. And I'm not saying that I'm not interested in reading the Like Us series, but part of me is also kind of like, that's another huge like taking on, like, I think it's more books than the Addicted Callaway Sister series, and I don't know, I'm a little nervous and like kind of intimidated by that, so I might hold off on that for a while. But I really like the idea of their new series, like the plotline and stuff. I think it's really intriguing, so I'm really excited about that. Krista and Becca Ritchie, if you're watching, want to send me an arc of it, would totally read it, and just, I'm sure I would rave about it for days on end, but they're not watching. I am a tiny YouTuber, they're not watching. But yeah, it was just so good, and like I said, I just can't wait to read the next one, so. Okay, so like I said, I only read 3 books this month, so we are on the final book of this month. When I finished Thrive, I was like, what do I want to read? I don't know. Like, there were so, like, it wasn't like I don't really want to read anything. It was like, there's so many things I want to read. I'm like, I could go straight into Addicted After All. I could read something different. What, trope do I want? I don't know. And it was so difficult. So I decided that instead of, trying to figure that out, I would just go to the easiest option, which was to reread my favorite book, which was Fourth Wing. Iron Flame comes out in a month, so I was like, duh, I need to reread it anyways. So the perfect time felt like now. So I did. I reread Fourth Wing and I annotated it, so like I just she got a lot of annotations going on there. So I think because the first time I read Fourth Wing, trying to remember, I think it was 24 hours. I'm just trying to remember exactly. Like, it was like I started reading it like later at night and then went to bed, and then when I woke up in the morning, like finished the rest of the thing all the way until like midnight. But it was so good. Like, this book, I'm so obsessed with it. It's so bad. Like, I'm spending so much money trying to get like special edition copies and like meeting the author and like doing all these things, but I literally am in love with this book so much. I'm trying to figure out what I want to say, because again, like, I've talked about it a million times. I'm trying to think of like what's kind of different I could talk about. I don't know. I definitely would say if you read this book and you liked it, reread it, because there were so many things that I caught on, whether it was like, oh, like that's funny, that's kind of hinting a future thing, like that's cute or funny, or things that I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. And so I really did enjoy that part of the reread of like literally like coming up with like hypotheses and questions and stuff like the next book or future books, and just like, whoa, like I feel like so well written with those kind of hints that like the first time you read through it literally goes straight over your head, but the second time you read it, or the third time or the fourth time or whatever, you start to catch on to these things and you're like, Miss Yaros, what are you doing? I already want to reread it. It's so bad. Like, I literally feel like I'm never gonna get bored of this book. I feel like if you haven't read this yet, I don't know what you're doing, because literally it's my favorite book on the entire planet, and I really don't think anything's gonna beat it. I mean, Iron Flame might, but I feel like they're just gonna be like neck and neck. And honestly, in some ways, I feel like the reason I like this so much is because like that beginning like part where you're being introduced to all of these characters that you love, and you know, the dragons and the people, like just learning about the whole thing, I think was just so like amazing. And so I don't know, I am nervous that I won't like Iron Flame as much, but I feel like I also like, I trust Rebecca Yarros. I think that it'll be great, and I think it could beat it if it does some things. Like I saw like a blurb today that she posted from Iron Flame, and literally started like dying. I was like, oh my god, I need this book now. So yeah, again, 5 stars. I don't even feel like I have to say it. 6 million stars out of 5, literally infinity stars out of 5. So good. So yeah, that was the 3rd book that I read, and the final book that I read in September. Okay guys, so that was my video. Like I said, this was gonna be a super short video. I didn't read that much last month. Again, not because I didn't want to, but because I was super busy with school, and I'm learning just how to manage my time and all of that better. So hopefully next month I can read a few more books. I'm hoping to at least get to 4, just trying to read 1 more book a month than I did last month. Definitely like 3. Like if I read less than 3, I might actually cry. Like, I love being able to talk about all the books I read. So like this kind of sucks that it's only 3 books for me, and I feel like it also kind of sucks for you guys, because you're probably like, oh, only 3, come on, Paige, come on. But yeah, I definitely hope that I can read more books in October. So yeah, that was today's video. If you guys liked it, like it, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. If you guys have any video suggestions that you guys want to see, you can comment those down below. I know that some of these videos feel either repetitive or kind of boring. It's hard to do stuff without all of my books with me. Like, I have a lot of video ideas that I want to do, but I can't do it if I don't have all my books. And then other video ideas where I'm like, I really want to do this, but I would need like a fall break or a winter break time to do it, where I can like actually like not have to worry about like getting schoolwork done to do it. So unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the videos I have in mind that I really want to do, I have to wait until November or December to do. But if you guys have any suggestions of things you do want to see, like, please comment those down below. I will either try to make them happen if I can, or if not, I will add them to my already ever, just super long list that's never ending of videos that I want to do. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!